Yo guys, SFFX, welcome back to another video. So just released a video showing an 8:30 profile, right? Or an 8:30 trade. I mean a 9:30 trade. This one right here, which formed, I pretty much took it at 9, right? Specifically to the candle, right? And then yeah, just 9:30 was very beautiful. If you want to confirm that, we would do this. Yeah, you can see that's a live execution and whatnot. But yeah, getting into it, yeah, I'm just simply gonna break down this right here, right? Assuming you got the indicator right, and if you don't, yeah, still got a few more slots left to provide it, right? I just simply utilize the easiest way using the New York Q3 quarter model, right? Very, very simple and straight to the point, which was this one right here. Not the manipulation bag. Let's reduce that. Hope the audio is good, by the way. Okay, this is pretty much the asset class, right? Or the asset class was Nasdaq, right? But the micro, right? And then this was simply the model. If I am to like break down everything, I can even use bar replay just right before then would do it like this. So this simply was the model, right? Price, very, very simple. Price sweeps the London high, right? Price swept the Q1 high. So we'll mark this out as Q1 high. Then make sure that shows on the, like this. That's our Q1 high, right? And then this range right here would be our London buy side. Perfect. Check it out like this, right? But now, based on the previous video that I showed you, right? I was talking about the time and PD race also. How did I actually figure the whole time and PD race or quarters and PD race, right? Recently saw a video, not like recently, but it's like way back about TEPDA, right? Time and price PD race. So that's simply what I used to utilize, and I'm not the author of that, right? But I use a lot of it in a way whereby it correlates with the quarterly theory, right? And what do I mean by that is, if I can hide this like this, right? And then I'll say, yeah, I don't want it to show on the minute time frame. No, on the hours. We would do it like this, right? How do I trust the model, and how do I trust the price is gonna draw to that specific level, right? Simply, I'm referring back to the previous day quarter range. And what do we use for that? Gaia's quarterly theory indicator. It's free, right? It's not like my indicator. It's free, and yeah, you can find it on TradingView. So yeah, if you want to use that, that's good. Okay. This range right here was the previous day range, Q3, right? If I can mark it out like this, it's a bit different to TEPDA, but it's the same at the same time, right? In ways whereby they work hand in hand, right? And this was the beginning of the new day range. So in simple terms, what I'm marking out was the previous day high, right? That was my key point, right? And the previous day low, which is right here. And price swept that range around New York, around the London session. So that was like a higher profile. You could have traded for a higher price, right? We're going to also try breaking that down. So how do I trust the price is going to react within this range, and how do I anticipate low prices We can say this is the previous day low. Don't place it to the right like this. Then we say this is the previous day high, right? Set it up like this. If price is not going to draw to the previous day high, right? It needs to be reacting off a PD array that formed within Q3, right? I do not really care about what time it formed, right? Because TEPTA would be focusing on the fact that it has to form, I don't know, I don't understand it fully, but I would assume at the exact same time, right? For example, 4:30 to 4:30, right? If you can pay attention, we have a fair value gap right here. I'm on a 90-minute time frame. We have a fair value gap right here, which formed at 9 a.m., right? And then price draws to it at 7:30, right? So I do not really care what time it forms within the range, as long as it forms within the range. I trust it, right? On the 90-minute time frame. And if you are not on a package for trading, you could utilize the 1 hour. Just not quite sure if it's visible here. In this case, we have we've pretty much got nothing that I'll utilize for that, right? So I wouldn't have considered the range. But yeah, when you're on the 90-minute time frame, right, this is what presents itself. The CB, sell side imbalance, buy side inefficient, bearish fair value gap, meaning this range is supporting lower prices, right? So this is my key PD array for the daily bias, meaning when price draws to this level, right, I want to see price react lower, right? But now if I go to the 15-minute time frame, right, and enable the indicator, this is what it would look like. This is the price just creating more hogs because on the 90-minute time frame, it does not close above. So this fair value gap still remains validated. Therefore, it's still supporting lower prices, right? Okay. So from here, what am I looking for? My kill zone is from 9, right, to 12. This is the only range I'm going to be allowing myself to trade, right? So breaking down from this, in simple terms, this is my kill zone. Like this, right? And then I'm looking for pretty much displacement on a lower time frame. So price draws lower like this, right? Then it reacts lower. This even do a bar replay right there, because that's where it opened. Execution was done on the 5-minute time frame. We can even remove this and have the chart clean, right? Though we can also remove this. I just don't want the chart getting all messed up and junky, right? But I'm looking for lower prices from here, right? What is my drawn liquidity? Previous day, the previous session low, which is the London session low, or London quarter low. Place this to the right like this, right? Okay. If you look at current price right now, after price taps this fair value gap, it impulsively reacts slower, lower, right? Seeking low prices. As soon as price closes below this range, as you have seen in the video, if you've watched the video, it's the most recent one, right? So you'll notice that price closes below this breaker, right? And then at 9, which was right here, when this candle opens, I immediately went short. For example, went short with my stop just above the breaker, anticipating that price is not gonna drop back to this fair value gap range right here, right? The first reason why is that the highest probability PD arrays that you want to utilize, right, when going bearish, they will be within the bearish blocker, the bearish breaker, right? So let's say you did not manage to enter trade based on that, let's remove this execution right here. Just pay attention to what price leaves. It leaves. Sorry. Let's see. The bearish family. What does this support? Lower prices. So as soon as this candle closes below, right? If you wanna be more safe, you just wait for price to drop back to the range, then you go short. And you do this trusting that price is not gonna go above the breaker, right? You could initially, I placed my stop just above price, right there, right? Just to let it breathe a bit, and also for commissions and spreads and stuff for executions. Then my first draw on liquidity was this low right here. Right, those specific characteristics I did not want to see happen within this range, and the specifics would be this. As soon as price purges this range like this, I do not want to see price reacting higher within Q3. If that was to happen, I would initially just move my stop to break even, or I can manually close the trade, right? Okay. Then we had a draw on liquidity being the Q1 low. That's initially the safest and the best target that you want to always be targeting, right? It's the simplest one and the most highest probability, because it does not always have to come back to the London low, right? And bearing in mind, this happened just way before the 9:30 open. So price taps the fair value gap right there. Right, as you can see, price taps the fair value gap and then it starts reacting lower. Let's see. Then yeah, target was met. Very, very simple, right? I cannot even utilize any weekly profiles or any monthly biases. Personally, I do not even need it. But right, we pretty much work differently, meaning that some people, they cannot trust setups if it does not correlate with the monthly time frame. With me, I can, because I know even how to trade 90-minute cycles and the 22.5-minute cycles and all that. So with me, I do not really need higher time frame, right? But yeah, I'll be teaching all this in my upcoming Discord channel. Still work in progress. And yeah, the indicator is still available if you still want it. Yeah, I'm not going to be providing it soon, but yeah. Second one, I provided a few hints. This was S&P 500, exactly the same price action, but Nasdaq managed to reach its target first. This S&P 500 was the sixth sister, meaning that it was the one that's behind. Right? Okay. Now we're gonna be going into crude oil. Then I'm gonna show you the exact same thing, because the model works for everything. You just gotta choose which asset class you want to master. Okay, here it is. So in the morning, right, for those who saw it, I provided a few trading chart examples based on what I was expecting for crude oil, right? Price, initially wanted to see price drop back to the fair value gap that formed within 9 a.m., which was within Q3, right? Time-based PDRAs or quarter-based, I do not even know what to call it. You can call it whatever you like, as long as it makes sense. So price draws to this fair value gap the next day, same quarter, just a different day, and reacts off it, right? What was I looking for? I go to the 5-minute time frame. The exact same thing I was looking for on Nasdaq, just an inverted price action, right? Price draws lower. This type of entries would be initially harder for many individuals, but could have identified this as a break of higher prices, right? But I would pretty much be looking at this as my breakup. And why? Because two PD arrays have been created just below it. Our first one is this fair value gap right there. You see it? Second one will be this order block, right? As soon as price draws above, creates this and draws and closes above, I'm manually executing the trade without even expecting price to draw back into the range. Why? Because if it's gonna fall back on any PD arrays, it will be this fair value gap, right, and this order block. But initially, my breaker range would not be visited, right? I would not be anticipating price revisiting it, right? But yeah, pretty much the same concept, just different models. And remember what I said: if price does not sweep the previous session high within Q3, then Q4 has a very high probability of being a continuation. What does it do? It continues, draws above, then presents itself as a reversal. Okay. But yeah, anyway, just wanted to make this quick video, breaking up everything and making everything make sense. And yeah, hopefully you found this video insightful. And yeah, just hit the subscribe button, and if you want the indicator, just hit me up on Twitter, and I'll be glad to help you out with that. Okay, everybody, be safe.